Hello and good afternoon from Munich. I'm here on the Intel IoT European Conference. It's a small conference here in Munich, and I will present you live from this event. And I want to show you how you are able to control and manage IoT gateways. So my name is Christopher Kalkhof. I'm the responsible business development manager from Infosim. And now I want to show you some slides, but then I want to give you an overview of a live system to have an impression what we are able to do. I want to introduce Infosim and StableNet. StableNet is a network management software suite. It's complete vendor agnostic, and we are bringing this product since 15 years into the market. We have several worldwide customers like City of LA, Stanford University here in Germany, the company BMW. So we have several references and worldwide customers. 3 offices, one in Austin, Texas, one in Germany. There's a headquarter, and one in Singapore. And we have one application, it's StableNet. StableNet is the application which drives your network with any kind of functionality what you want. So we have special focus for this event on the IoT gateways. The IoT gateway is for us only a network element, and the network element, it's a switch, it's a router, it could be a server, it could be a virtual instance. So the IoT gateway, complete vendor agnostic, could be one from Dell, it could be one from Advantage. So the IoT gateway collects all the sensor data, and we have the total control over this gateway. We are able to configure, we are able to analyze, we are able to set up this. Everything is possible with this application, StableNet. So I want to go back to show you more about StableNet. Here you see the first impact that we see everything what's happened in the network, not only the gateway. I have here one map which shows you an active industrial gateway in a network. It's an Intel, it's a Dell gateway. It's based on the Intel silicon, and we have every information from this gateway. Only one gateway. And now think in mass deployments, think in big ranges of gateway. We are on some projects with 100,000, 150,000 gateways or more. And then you have the real problem to operate this gateway. StableNet delivers a really end-to-end solution for the whole entire network, where the gateway is the endpoint in the world of IoT. So there you have an impact, what you see. I will change back to my PowerPoint slides, and here's some technical informations about StableNet, how it works. StableNet is a central server instance. That means StableNet runs on a Windows-based, Linux-based server system, and we have several interfaces, northbound and southbound interfaces. Southbound interfaces connect the normal world of everything what's in your network. It could be IoT gateways. It could be the Cisco switch behind the IoT gateway, the Juniper, the microwave backhaul from Ceragon. It depends on your backhaul. It depends on your network. So we are able to transport everything what you see from the gateway to the network. We are not the company who analyzes the sensor data. We are not the company with the mass data production. We are the company who operates and controls the gateways. So here more detail about the north and southbound integration. About the northbound integration, we integrate everything what you need to operate the other parts of the company, of the network. It means you have an inventory system, or you have an own inventory system, you have a ticket system, you have a business system. So we are able to connect everything via our northbound interfaces So here in the direction of north. Our southbound interfaces, powered by our agent infrastructure, are able to connect everything like firewalls, routers, layer 2, layer 3 switches, wireless components, databases, applications. So we are doing with StableNet not only monitoring or something else, we are doing really unified network management, vendor agnostic for fault performance, configuration, and everything what you need to operate a network. So we provide everything for the operation. That means we have an integrated web server to provide the right graphics for the big screens, for the big beamers in the network operation center, to have an overview about your IoT network. So have an overview about the bandwidth between the IoT gateways and routers and your central switching infrastructure. For this, we have an easy to use engine that the customer, that you are able to do this by yourself. You don't need professional services from us to build special weather maps or special maps. So if you are trained, you're able to do this by yourself. So we have two kinds of StableNet versions. We have an enterprise and a telco version. The telco version is more for operators. It's for telco environments, telco grade, with some special functionality regarding some big telco network elements. And we have the StableNet Enterprise solution for the enterprise customers, like BMW, like banks, like insurance companies, or something else. So we have for everything, for every kind of branch, for every kind of silo, we have the right software version. Why we are here? We did in the past any-to-any IoT POC together with Intel. So Intel says, hey, I look at your solution, it's a great solution, show us how you are able to control the gateways of IoT. So Intel developed for us a video. Go to YouTube and put in Intel and InfoSim. You will find the YouTube, the video from Intel, or go to the to our website www.infosim.net to download this solution brief or to see the video. So back to the topic of this. Now you know what StableNet is. And I think the best example to show how we are able to control gateways is the example of smart city. So we have several customers, cities, maybe city of Los Angeles. We have city carriers customers. So they have sensors everywhere, gateways everywhere. Say, look to the traffic, they look to energy, they look to the infrastructure, they look to mobility environment. When is the train in the train station? When is coming the bus? And they have government services, security services like intelligent cams, intelligent streetlight systems. So many sensors, many data, and everywhere is a gateway. This gateway collect the data, transfer it to the big data analyzing systems. So you have between the gateway a complete network infrastructure, or a public infrastructure, or the public internet. You have everything between the gateway and your analyzing systems, and you have no clue about what's there, what's running there. So with StableNet, you get an end-to-end view for everything. The communication is clear in a smart city environment. We have the solutions out there, we have the applications, the sensors, we have the networks, and we have a cloud, and we have the big data. So StableNet allows to orchestrate the entire chain of these services from the sensor to the data inside data analyzing system. So here we have some examples, IoT examples, actual projects, not a marketing gag or not a fancy slide. So we see some car park management system. Yeah, is this if we have some free space here in this parking area, or is a special car connected to this parking area. We have ticket control systems, and we see the flow of public people, the service flow, and the status of the cash terminals in the parking areas. So there are so many examples right now where Intel-driven gateway is doing its work. We collect the data and we control it. For the mobility, we have the pedestrian flows, we have all kind of data for the traffic, when comes the train, when leaves the train, how many people are on the train, and so on. And a really good thing, we are looking to KPIs, to business rules with our StableNet. For this, we have a really good project. It's a body cam project of a huge police in a huge city. And we are not the software which uploads video from the body cam to the secure server of the witness association. No, we control this. If the policeman comes from the shift and put in his body cam into the charger, we are looking to the charger. If this body cam transfer, the video is perfect. Are the body cams recharged, and so on and so on and so on. So this is KPI. This has to work, and we are looking that this business process is running. Or maybe it's a really good solution. It's an intelligent streetlight system. All lamps are communicate with IoT gateways, and this is an intelligent streetlight system who's able to feel, hear, and see. A camera inside, an ear, a microphone, and to feel regarding some earthquakes or some other activity in the underground. So everything what you see here is based on gateways. So here you see how we are working together with the Intel-driven gateways. We have two kinds of possibilities. We are able, in our agent structure, we are able to install a really small software stack on every gateway, on the Linux system, on the Ubuntu system, and this agent communicates the data or is able to control the data of the gateway. But we have a second way. You not only need an agent on the gateway. It's only useful to have one agent in a customer domain or in a cloud. So with this agent, we are able to connect not only via SNMP to this gateway, we are able to connect to this gateway via the REST API, via the REST interfaces to communicate with the agent on a higher level. StableNet communicate with the gateways directly with an onboard agent or remotely via SNMP or via REST or something else. So if this is done, if StableNet discover the gateways, we have everything ready to control this. But what happens? In the phase of provisioning, regarding some proxy server, SDO environments and Marshall Points environments, we have the possibility to connect to this gateway and to bring a valid configuration of applications and something else to this gateway. So in this phase, it's perfect. In the phase of the rendezvous server, if the gateway is turned on, it goes the first time to a network and he wants to catch the rendezvous and the onboard service from the SDO Marshall Point platform. So we are using the TLS tunnel to the gateway in a high secure way and to push some informations to this, giving them a special kind of version. And now the gateway is ready for your policy, for your security policy. Now you have the perfect answer that this gateway is running in your network properly and high secure. So here's some examples of a huge city. So we see not only the gateway, what I mentioned before, we see the network before, and here on the left side, we see it later live on the demo. You see details of each gateway in near to real time. That means we have only 30% storage boot allocated, and we have a processor load of 64%, and every 5 seconds or 1 minute or 10 minutes, this data will be automated, bring to web server, and the technical team is able to look to this data, see it in the NOC center, and all this stuff bring StableNet. And you are able to integrate some sensor data on this weather map. You see now the temperature from the major of the carport. This is the sound if the alarm is coming. If the carport of the major limousine have another temperature, 10 degrees, 12 degrees or something else, get an alarm, and the technical guy for the AC is on the way to solve the problem in the limousine of the major. So everything is possible with StableNet. So with StableNet, you get a perfect overview about the rest of the network, not only the IoT network, because the sensor or the IoT element is only a part of the network, and the rest, here you have it visual. So more of this in the live demo. This was one part of the smart city. Now I want to change into a live system. So now everything starts with an inventory and a discovery of a network. That means we have an easy-to-use GUI, an easy-to-use engine to generate discovery jobs. That means here's a perfect automatic way to discover your network. Where are the gateways are connected? You look at try to find the right agent. Then it's for the DevFest demo. And I want to make a range discovery, subnet discovery. I want to do it here, and I go to the next network, and then I try to make the first discovery by a SNMP. I know my SNMP discovery. Every IoT gateway have a standard SNMP stack on site, and it provides some Linux SNMP information. You have here the parameters, what you want to discover, layer 2, layer 3, and so on. And here you are able to configure directly your KPIs, some measurement on the gateway. How's the temperature? You look to the physical addresses, what connected, and so on and so on. And your job is done, and you're able to start it. My admin now will kill me if I start it on a live system. So after this, you get the information back. Now I have here a Dell Edge Gateway 5000. And directly, you get the information from this gateway about his health. We have a not so good ping system to this, but then comes the real-time, the good information spec. So the storage, the CPU load, everything. You don't need any kind of professional services to get out this information out of the gateway. Then what physical addresses? What is connected there? What is the kind of connection? It's an app connection. When and last seen and so on. All kind of stuff. You see it now. You have it. And if you go back to your inventory list, you see the connected router system on this, and I know that the Dell gateway is connected to the Berlin router. I go to the Berlin router, and now I have the direct information from the Berlin router system, because there is the gateway connected, and then I have more possibilities. I go to our neighborhood functionality, and now I want to expand my gateway, not only what's involved in the connection of the gateway. Oh yeah, I'm able to expand it. Now I see everything in the network, what is a part of my IoT gateway infrastructure. If there's something not running, the sensor data are not able to deliver the data to the big data server system. So this is the inventory. You get directly an overview about your real-time installed inventory, not a wish list based on an Excel sheet, not on an inventory database, an old one. No, this is your inventory. Now, if you have an overview about your inventory, You can define your KPIs based on your network. That means measurements. So a measurement could be if one sensor is disconnected from a gateway, please alarm me and give me a red dot on the map. It's very easy. So, because if you disconnect a sensor from an IoT gateway, it's not possible, or it's possible to connect a hacked sensor in the next 10 seconds, and the gateway don't recognize this. So we are able to see this, and we are able to say, okay, if this action is running, disconnect all kind of sensors and get an alarm to the service guys, and they have to check this gateway. So this is a KPI, and with our engine, you are able to really easy to define KPIs. You go to this, say, okay, I want to modify it. The wrong one. And I want to modify this one. And you see here, okay, I have here my KPIs. It could be a disconnect of a sensor, how much grace time, 1 minute, and then a notification group. With StableNet, you're able to configure a standard in the network or in detail to every kind of ports or device with every kind of KPI. You have the complete freedom to configure the gateways. So after this is ready, you have perfect tools to present this. We call it weather maps, to present all kind of information directly to other teams. It's very easy to push this to web servers. So you only need a web browser, and you are able to work with StableNet with this weather map. So I change now to my browser. I go here to the StableNet server via browser. It's live. It's the user info sim. It's oops. So you see it's live. Wrong password, no login, right password. And then you see I have the weather map here from the IoT event in Munich. What you see in our big wheel, here is it. So now everybody in your team see it and is able to work it. I want to have now more informations about this Dell Edge gateway here. Okay. And as okay, show me device information. The system show you directly via the web browser the device information, what is here in the network. So you see every technical information. You see other information, the properties. You see the interfaces. You get information, is the interface online or not. You see the capacity of the interface. You see the connectivity. You see physical addresses. You see the modules. You see everything. So perfect. Now I have the possibility, and now I come to the configuration. I want to reset this part of this gateway. It's very easy to use. So you go to device information. I have a prepaid configuration job. And it's shutdown Dell Edge gateway interface. I can do it for each device. I can do it in a big environment for a special group of devices. It belongs to you. So I say here, I start now the job. And now I shut down the device from the interface that is connected to the world of the sensoric and the backbone. So I go back to my weather map. So I think in a few seconds, it could be yellow. And then you see, we have here a problem. So now you want to look from this weather map directly to the entire network. One mouse click, open weather map link, and you see the rest of the network who is in the chain that this gateway is working. So, and here, go back to this. It's easy to use. And now you are working with StableNet. You are able to handle everything. You are able to automate, to start automated processes. You are able to configure system. And now you want to make a backup. So I have device automation, backup jobs, and I have predefined jobs every Monday morning, every day, every hour, or I need a backup right now. So again, here you define all the jobs and you're able to run these jobs from your web interface or from an iOS device like an iPad or like an iPhone. We are with our StableNet application in the official Apple Store. So now it's easy to manage the gateways. Now it's easy to run the gateways. So we have everything to operate this. Weather maps, you saw it in the past, but I have the status scale map to show that StableNet is running in big environments. And this is your network operation center. Those are all gateways, IoT gateways. One mouse click, show inventory table, and you are able to connect to your IoT gateway. Look at here, there are Sunrise engines and other kind of engines. And this is my gateway here. Yeah, here it is. Double click, and you have located it. And yeah, so you see, you are able to manage all over the world your gateways with one application. You have an inventory system, you have a configuration system, you have a backup system, you have an analyzer system. So that means if you have some special or bad bandwidth to some sensor data, they're coming back some bad informations. The gateway is working perfect, the sensors are working perfect, but the network between. So we have every kind of analyze this, or the gateways are connected to a VPN. So I change now back to our master GUI. If you say, okay, show me the service VPN in our network. For this, we have a special service analyzer. I go to the service view. Show me the VPN in Singapore. Oh, and here is the perfect view from the perspective of a service. VPN is a service in the network, and you see what everything is involved that the gateway have the perfect service of VPN. We're able to change this to the service, and now we get some the really fancy pictures. We are able to change in other kind of layout structures. We are able to change the VPNs between Dallas and Würzburg and so on. And so you see, StableNet is bringing a real end-to-end solution to operate the IoT gateways. And again, we are not a ticket system. We are not an application provider for the sensor data and so on. We are the company who operates the IoT gateway and the network beyond this gateway. So yes, and now it's nice to have with StableNet. It's nice to have all informations of this in our system to present this via web portals to any kind of users. So on top, our reporting engine makes everything full automated. That means your boss needs an inventory report about all integrated and running gateways, and he needs an alarm report of all kind of gateways, and so on and so on and so on. You generate a report. I show you how easy it is. I say I want to generate a new report. I push the button. It comes now from our remote system. Yes, here it is. DevFest report. So next one, I want to send this report daily to my boss. So you see, this guy is doing his work. And it's a PDF report or HTML with my standard template. And I say, okay, 2 elements. One element is a text that you see that is live in DevFest. Finish. I want to delete this, so I have to insert just one element. So sorry for this. So, and now I insert my perfect weather map for this IoT event. Industrial IoT Munich. Finish. Oh, I will do it. Stroke line, and I need the weather map of the entire network. It's my last report part, and you are able to integrate measurements, alarm impact, root cause analysis. You are able to integrate everything in your report what StableNet brings to you. So entire network, and here we go. Finish. Next. For all users, and who needs the email? Only I need the email. So, and now the DevFest report is done. I want to look now. I go to the report dashboard, and now I get a live view. How looks my dashboard? Oh. Remember, the line is yellow. I make it configuration job. So it's not good for my boss. Now the report is ready with all kind of graphics. It's with a link we have the possibilities to communicate the link that the boss is able to click on the link and see the element and so on and so on. The reporting is okay. So, but I see that I have to bring up the support. I start the start process to start this network port again, and back to the succeeded. Let's run. I go back to the web gateway. I go back to my dashboard and to weather map. And in a few minutes, you will see the line is green. What you see now here is yellow. So this is a really full control of every kind of gateway and the entire network between all kind of network elements. So now I changed the PowerPoint. This was a live view. This was a live demo. So I think I give you the right overview, not too deep based on PowerPoint, some live overviews. So don't hesitate me to contact about this functionality here or later via email, no problem. So it was my pleasure to present this, and thank you.